Hello, magical people. Welcome back to the Daily Astro Show. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and we're streaming live the daily astrology horoscope for January 22nd to 23rd, 2025, here on the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's some pretty funky, dunky, intense energies with this Sun conjunct Pluto. We're going to be talking about it and some very Aquarian weird developments that have been going on. So we're definitely going to get into some very interesting stuff in today's daily Astro shows. Thank you for joining me, whether you're watching live or you're in the replay crew. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And before we get into today's astrology, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube, Rumble, X channels and the Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. If you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at consultations.beyondmystic.net. Link is in the description box below. And also, our lovely Carla at Ascension Organites has this Shungite pendant sale on currently over at ascensionorganites.com. Corellian Moon and Circle with Circle pendants are available 25% off, and this is valid until February 3rd, 2025. Let's all just take a deep breath. I'm going to burn some sage for us, you guys. I know a lot of us are feeling weird today. Okay, let's burn some sage that my soul sister Joan gifted me from. Joan, where is it you live? Saskatchewan? I think you're in Saskatchewan. And actually, before I do today's daily Astro show, I'm actually feeling to do a prayer together. So I hope everybody is okay with that. If you don't want to be a part of the prayer, just, set yourself aside for a moment. But I'm calling on Great Spirit, Universe, Great Mystery, all that supports us for our highest good, all that supports us light workers on divine mission on Mother Earth at this time. Please help us in these unprecedented times of change, shifting into the age of Aquarius, which we know as a truth. I don't mean to put that out there, force that upon anybody, but through many of our research, we know that we are entering a light age. We know that the ancients talked about it, Spirit. We know that you've given us this feeling throughout our lives that we're here for a reason, and we're grateful to be here. And please, Great Spirit, give us the gift and the clarity of discernment. Please help us, even through these very Neptunian, Piscean times with the Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces. Please help us be in discernment. Please help us as these times are shifting, as there are dark energies trying to still feed off of us, trying to still mess with us, trying to still manipulate us. Help us to not be in the fear. Help us to observe these things with a sense of detachment, with discernment, with clear discernment. Help us to discern the dark, Great Spirit. And please assist in us sending positive energies and prayers to RFK Jr., to President Donald Trump, to all leaders of the world in this current system of government that we currently have in place. Yes, it is changing, but this is what we've got right now. These are the people that we've got right now. Please surround the people that are showing us that they are on Team Freedom. They seem to be saying that they are on Team Freedom. Please, if it's in alignment with their highest good and purpose and destiny line, please lift them up. Please protect them. Please help them to also be in discernment. May we all be in the light together. May we all be fearless together. May we all be completely discerning together. Thank you so much for the gift of this day. Thank you so much for the gift of our consciousness. Thank you for the gift of us being alive at this time. And it's a movie, Great Spirit. This is nonstop development after development. So thank you so much for having us here. Aho. Thank you. So I know a lot of us are feeling kind of weird. And if you're listening right now and you're like, what the heck, what the frig is Meg talking about? Feeling weird? What's going on? We have to get into it. I'm a Scorpio, so let's pierce the bullshit. We have to get into it. It's Sun conjunct Pluto. Okay, so for those of you who maybe didn't see this yet, this is a clip from Trump's press conference yesterday. Okay, where let's just mention, and of course, we have to be in the discernment. Hi, Heather. Okay, I've watched this a few times, and through my discernment, what I am noticing in the present moment is that President Trump was not shown during this clip of Larry Ellison talking about mRNA cancer, you know what. So I got to be careful on the YouTube that we're here. Okay. So for those of you who haven't seen this, you're about to see this. This is from, of course, Trump's press conference yesterday, where he had this very important announcement that they're going to be investing $500 billion in this new project, Stargate AI. And this is, yes, Philip, you're totally right. Pluto the Destroyer showing itself. I'm going to get to that point in a minute. Let's listen to what this dude, Larry Ellison, said, where the camera, as soon as he starts talking, shifted away from Trump. So we don't know what President Trump's real-time reaction was. We don't know if he was aware of this. By the way, Ashala and I kind of decoded this last night on the As Above, So Below show on Beyond Mystic, so you guys can check that out there. Let's take a listen to this together.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are
so
providing.
You can see Trump
is a cancer vaccine.
And then
it's
as
very
soon as he said vax,
it turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again, using AI in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
Okay. So interesting, right? Very, very interesting. We're on this high. We're on the freedom train. And then there's this. Now, I find it very interesting. As I said, we didn't have President Trump in that shot. We don't know his live reaction. I personally did not like that President Trump did not comment on this when he got back to the podium. Okay, I don't know why, but this is definitely something that we are going to need answers for. We are going to need President Trump to answer to that. We are going to need RFK Jr. to answer to that. And also, as soon as possible, we are going to need RFK Jr. to get confirmed. Okay. Now, sorry if I speak in a bunch of different directions, you guys. As an astrologer and a psychic medium, there's a lot of different things. One thing I'm going to say, I am going to put out this week on my YouTube and Rumble a long form astrology of Donald Trump decode. So I'm going to share that with you guys. One piece I will share from that, it does show in Trump's transits right now, hidden enemies. Okay. It is showing that he's likely got people that are not positive to have around. So we'll decode that in my Trump video that I'm going to be putting out either Friday or Saturday this week. So stay tuned. Philip, hello. I love your comment. You say, Pluto the Destroyer is showing itself. I'm getting chills because that's exactly what this is. Okay. And let me be very clear, you guys. I don't like to look at anybody as a savior. There are some people that I do like to look to as heroes and big inspirations. Okay. But we do need to keep people accountable moving forward. And as an astrologer, you guys, I'm doing the astrology all day, every day. I've been studying this my whole life. Okay. I can promise you guys, from the bottom of my heart that we are entering the age of Aquarius, that we are in Pluto in Aquarius, that the energy on Mother Earth is getting lighter and lighter in vibration every single day. And there are dark forces. Philip is saying Pluto the Destroyer is showing itself. There are dark forces that are not allowed to be here anymore, that will stop at nothing to continue to feed off of us, to keep us in a dark age, but it is not going to work. So what we just saw with this Larry Ellison dude, okay, that is Pluto. That is the dark arts. Look at his eyes. We talked about that last night. Right in our faces. Whether Trump was aware of this, what he said or not, time will tell. That all these people are going to have to answer for what was just said, because I don't know about you guys, but this hits home for me personally, because I have close people in my life that are, you know what, injured. So there is no excuse for, on the first day of a supposed freedom presidency, we've got this joker coming on the stage talking about, you know what's. We've been there. We've done that. We didn't buy the t-shirt. We're not going to be taking this. Okay. So I was I felt very good after Ashala and I's As Above, So Below show last night, where we basically we decoded this the entire show. And from what Ashala got in the cards, and let me share this with you guys. Oh, PJ, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you guys so much on my Meg Moonbeam channel. Thank you so much. What was I going to bring up? Bear with me one sec here, you guys. Yeah, so check out, if you're feeling really freaked out from this situation, I hope that I'm giving some comfort, because I will tell it like it is. I'm not BSing you guys at all. And also check out Ashala and I's show from last night, where we decoded the whole Larry Ellison thing. And basically what Ashala kept getting over and over again was President Trump's intention with this Stargate, as of right now, okay, and things can change, but as of right now, it's to bring prosperity into the country because of the, economic issues. There was a lot of pentacle cards. It was very much about the need to bring in prosperity, but she was getting that the people around, Ashala was getting the people around Stargate. It was a Page of Cups card. They're very kind of like childlike. This isn't really going to work in the long term. Some people with maybe some not very positive intentions, but Trump isn't necessarily fully involved with what their exact plans are. Okay, now we could be wrong about that. We are going to see, but that's what was coming up in the cards. Astrologically, Be Love 19 says, keep friends close and enemies closer. There could be an element of that as well. Could be, right? Sun conjunct Pluto is like huge transformation of society, AI, technology, Aquarius, humanity, and Pluto. So I'm surprised by what happened. Aquarius does rule surprises, but not totally surprised, because Pluto is, the dark side of life. Sullivan says, I feel it's to out them, right? Could be to out them. This is where we need to keep discerning, because we're not going to be, and this is where I don't think it's going to go into a really negative place. I think that was just weird. That was just part of that Aquarian weirdness. and Sun conjunct Pluto, it brought up one of the deepest wounds, Pluto, that us in our freedom spiritual community have dealt with, right? So let's remain vigilant. Let's remain observant. Okay, Laura, thank you so much for the super chat on my YouTube channel. I'm looking at your guys' comments. So yeah, many of you before I went live said, touch on the Stargate, touch on the Larry Ellison. Yeah, this is part of this Sun conjunct Pluto right now. The shadow side showing themselves, the sun shining on the shadow side, even though, okay, there's very positive things happening for humanity and developments, there's still that dark arts faction that wants power. I hear spirits say they will stop at nothing. Not that they're going to be successful at that, but they will try to stop at nothing because they feed off of our energy. Right, you guys, when you look really deep into the dark arts people, which is really scary when you really look into that, you learn that they literally feed off our energy energetically. Right. So, right. Pocahontas, they want a chip, not going to happen. Not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's just being shown right in our faces this week with the Sun conjunct Pluto. And there may be some other weird stuff that we don't like to see. Okay. Another weird thing that we didn't like to see was Anthony Fauci. I don't even like to call him a doctor. I don't even consider him a doctor, got the pardon, supposedly, right? So there's been, even though there's been positive development for humanity this week, it's also been some uncomfortable truths, some uncomfortable information that we've had to face as well. So it is an intense energy. We just had that exact Pluto Cazimi yesterday. We're in the day after, we're in the aftermath. And it was exact Pluto Cazimi day where we had that Larry Ellison, basically bombshell, what the fuck moment. Plan de Land A says, more astrology on this Larry Ellison creep, WTF. Yeah, maybe I'll do a separate kind of deep dive video on it. That's a good idea. Sister Nobody says, to be fair, the guy who invented the mRNA technology intended for just this kind of good. Then the deep state took it and twisted it. I'm hoping with Pluto and Aquarius, we can right that wrong. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that, Sister Nobody. So that's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Sharon says, observe, not absorb. Exactly. Exactly, right? Jenny, the hidden information has to come forward in order for people to move forward. Totally. So as we go into today, okay, and tomorrow, Wednesday, January 22nd, Thursday, January 23rd, we're in the right aftermath of this Cazimi, and it's intense. And there's very positive transformation for humanity, but there's also some dark side of life things, creepy, crawly things. Right? And I'm a Scorpio. I'm ruled by Pluto. There's maybe some Pluto things, creepy, crawly things that are going to come forward. And it's testing us, and it's revealing what those dark arts groups do have planned, and that they can't hide it anymore. Like Philip said, Pluto the Destroyer. We've also got over in Davos, the WEF happening right now. We've got Rebel News over at the WEF. Let's look at a little clip of them. I love Rebel News, how they go report the World Economic Forum. Let's see. This is Rebel News confronts Belgian Prime Minister at WEF.
You've called for a crackdown on Twitter or X. What sort of censorship are you calling for?
What about to Elon Musk? Do you have a message to Elon? No? Not your kind of rich man? Look at that. Never seems to have time, the Prime Minister.
Interference by countries, but clearly now also interference by individuals. wealthy, and very powerful individuals. Very powerful, for example, due to their economic assets and influence in communications.
Powerful the EU should look into the rich and powerful, but here you are
So they're
meeting
trying
them.
to
How
talk
does that
to
work?
this guy, and
You've
he
called
won't
for a
answer any
crackdown on
questions.
Twitter or X. What sort of censorship are you calling for?
It seems the rich and powerful that suit the leftist agenda is okay, but when it comes to the rich and powerful, someone like Elon Musk, they want to enforce new rules.
Actually, this is the prime minister who won't shut his mouth about Elon Musk. He said that he's calling on the EU to censor Twitter or X. He said that there's too much of a concentration of power amongst X, but I would say that this is the single largest concentration of power in the entire world, and he doesn't want to talk about it.
He seems shocked that we're even asking why he's coming to meeting. You know, generally that wouldn't be a problem. Fine, a prime minister, I'd argue that the WEF is a problem in itself because it is a place that's trying to consolidate power, but generally like a prime minister meeting rich and famous and important people isn't in itself an issue.
So
but
basically,
when you
you
have
guys, Rebel News, they're trying to get Belgian PM Alexander De Croo to just simply answer a couple questions. I mean, freedom of the press. And these elites don't even want to look at our faces. They don't even want to answer our questions. Excuse me. So I love that the people like Rebel News goes and outs the WEF and shows how ridiculous they are. S. Keith says, Trump is supposed to virtually join the WEF meeting in Davos. I'll be interested to see what he says to them. That is going to be very interesting. I'm waiting on the edge of my seat for that. That will be pretty wild. I think it's going to be pretty wild. So we will stay tuned for that, you guys. So, Sun conjunct Pluto this next couple days, we're in the aftermath of this Kazemi, right? This is very big. Oops, where's the chart for tomorrow? There it is. This is very, very big societal developments. Aquarius is the invisible structures of society, right? Pluto conjunct the sun is total transformation. So we are witnessing history in real time. And my kitty Ocean just walked in. Ocean, do you want to say hi to everybody? Ocean, come here. Come here. We've got little Ocean Potion. You want to say hi? You want to give everybody just a little bit of love and comfort in these very intense times? Say hi, Choo Choo. It's so helpful for us to have the cats around. Hi, everybody. Oh, he's going like this. Love you. He's saying love you. Okay. Thanks for saying hi to everybody. They're all saying hello, Ocean, in the live chat. Mwah. So, yeah. It is freaking intense out there. We're going to have no exact aspects today, but tomorrow, Thursday, January 23rd, exact Mars sextile Uranus. Did you guys just hear Ocean? Yeah. Yes, the cats are healing. So, this exact Mars 23 degrees Cancer in sextile, positive supportive aspect to Uranus. This is interesting. I'm hearing spirits say freedom breaking free. Okay, the dam has opened. The freedom train has left the station. There is no going back. These dark arts people are not going to win. And they're being exposed. Mars and Uranus, I call them the two energizer bunnies. So this is really energetic, very fast, big changes in tech, in the earth, in the weather, right? Taurus, the money system as well. Uranus and Taurus, homelands, families, our emotions. Mars and Cancer. And it's interesting that this Mars sextile Uranus is at a Uranus Aquarius degree of 23 degrees, making it even stronger. So I was actually buying groceries earlier today and I almost had a panic attack, which I haven't had in 3 years. And I was just like, I was buying the groceries and, as a Scorpio with a lot of Scorpio in my chart, sometimes we can be prone to panic attacks or, intense psychological things. I was buying the groceries and I started to feel like I was going to get a full-on panic attack. And I just kept walking and I breathed. I was breathing and I was just like, okay, I'm not going to feed into this. And if I do have a full-blown panic attack, then okay, it's a Mars sextile Uranus. Uranus in sextile to Mars, energizing it is our nervous system, the electrical impulses of our body, electricity, our brain. So this is where we can be feeling all kinds of spectrums of emotions and all kinds of spectrum mentally. This could be with this Uranus sextile Mars exact on Thursday, January 23rd, but an influence throughout the week. There could be like really blissful electrical impulse emotions and thoughts, and then moments where it's a lot for our body. It's like ascension symptom time. Right. So there's very big ascension symptoms. If you find yourself having a little bit of anxiety or nervousness or just feeling kind of ADD or scattered, it's all this Aquarian influence with the Mars in sextile to Uranus. So you guys know I say this all the time. Do extra grounding, drink really good water, eat grounding foods, right? Belinda says, woke up at 4 a.m. feeling dizzy. That's how I felt, Belinda. And sick to my stomach, right? So just taking it easy. This is not a week to be like overbooking yourself. Be open to maybe you need to just take an evening or a day to relax, to chill, to integrate. This is major ascension symptoms. Aquarius is the ascension. Uranus, the dispositor, is the ascension. So wouldn't be surprised if we get some more really big solar flares, solar activity. Also Uranus sextile to Mars, that Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the earth and nature. We could also see some more earth events, hopefully not any crises or anything like that, but possible volcanoes going off or possible really interesting kind of unpredictable energetic earth events. Lightning. We're seeing, we had the LA fires recently. We're having the big polar vortex in parts of North America. So this is a lot going on, you guys, for sure. Self-care is very, very, very important. And I think it was Laura in the chat said, pull a card. Okay, let's pull a card or two or three before we finish up, because this is a very big energy right now. And I will pick a deck that I'm going to pull from. Because there's been some intense developments, we're going to get the Lenormand cards and the Angel Number Oracle. I've been getting a lot of, it's interesting, I've been seeing a lot of 111s, a lot of 444s, lots of triple numbers. Let us know in the live chat or the comments below if you've been getting a lot of triple numbers too. So what's our angel number card for today? 1221. I think I pulled this recently. Symbiosis. And I feel from that like things are, and I know it sounds generic, but it's genuinely what I feel from this. As weird as things are going, this is how it's supposed to happen. We are in synergy. We are in symbiosis. I'm going to pull another number card. 4141, habit. That's interesting because, Pluto can have a lot to do with our habits, our addictions, our compulsions, what we have to do, our desires, right? Virgo rules habits, but also I feel like Scorpio can be habits as well. And so this Sun conjunct Pluto, it's highlighting our habits, ones that serve us, ones that no longer serve us, and be honest with yourself about what is toxicity in your life. The Sun conjunct Pluto is also highlighting toxicity. This is not a good week to be drinking a lot. This is not a good week to be like substance abuse or going into some weird patterns. Okay, this is a week of being grounded and definitely doing extra self-care, you guys. Let's pull some Lenormand cards as well. What's our guidance for the next 2 days in the aftermath of this Pluto Cazimi? Some shocking information, revelations. Universe, what's our guidance? Let's see here. Damn, we've got the government card, the home card, and the crossing card. So my husband Jens helped me with my new setup. He's going to be helping me soon make a new card view. So I can't show you guys. It's like a government tower. In the Lenormand, this is the government officialdom card. We've also got the house card and the crossing. Okay. So it feels like it's very much in our face. It's come into our personal realm. The home can literally represent home, family, our personal life. What is going on out in the world is being integrated on the personal side. And there may be, I'm hearing Spirit say, a lot of conversations that we're having with loved ones. The crossing card is crossings we must face. It's very, very Plutonian. So it's like we can't escape what's going on with the crossing. The outer world and the inner world are kind of like one right now. And there's such big changes. Excuse me, you guys. Truth spoken when we sneeze. There's such big changes that I don't mean to poo-poo anybody, but if you're really tuned out of what's going on right now and just pretending that there's not any crazy shifts and pretending that there's not major, darkness being revealed, it'll actually make it more challenging. That's what I feel like. Embracing the crossing that we are in, right? And that there will be ascension symptoms and there will be some intense conversations and there will be feelings, the home, feelings about what's going on. Like, what the F? That Larry Ellison thing, what the F is going on? Right? It's like feel the emotions and process it. And time will tell. This is a year, you guys, 2025. Neptune leaves Pisces, goes into Aries. He's going to retrograde back one last time. And then February 2026, we're full on, thank God, into Neptune and Aries. This is the year where we start as a collective to understand what has really been going on here. Right? Neptune and Pisces has been a movie, brainwashing, illusion. And this is the year where we start to really, really see, as not just in the freedom community, not just as the woo-woo community, but as the whole collective, what's really going on here. Okay. So I know a lot of us can be frustrated. Happy Kitty says we're living in a split timeline. It can definitely feel like we're living in a split timeline. I know a lot of us can be frustrated right now of not having the full clarity of what's going on or not feeling like we have the full clarity. That is coming. I promise you guys that in 2025. Okay. Philip says this time is for the boldest souls as we are because we can handle it. I love that, Philip, and that totally, totally resonates with me. Yeah, so before I finish up today's Daily Astro Show, go check out Ashala's new dowsing workshop over on the Beyond Mystic Academy. Great new offering over there. And also my husband Jens has a new Christ consciousness meditation with audio, with music, also one without music. Available. Yenzi's meditations are very, very relaxing and healing. So you can go check that out at Beyond Mystic Academy. My personal astrology readings are available at the link in the description box below. And my bookings are currently starting, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, July 2025. So you can go check that out at the link below. And thank you all so much for joining me for today's Daily Astro Show. Hope I brought some love, some comfort, some positive energy, some resonance with you guys. And if there's things that don't resonate, that's totally fine. It's most important for us to listen to our own internal compass. And I love to empower other people through the astrology, through mysticism, through lifestyle of just, being in our own intuition, our own discernment, as we started at the beginning of today's video with that prayer of discernment. So I love you guys so, so much. Sending lots of cosmic love your way. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. And I will see you all on Friday for another Daily Astro Show for the weekend. Mwah. Love you. Bye.